Welcome back to the channel. This is Jay from Team DMA. Now we're going to be discussing moving on to the expensive cards. So if you don't like expensive cards, or you don't like to make a lot of money, or you don't care about high grade cards or cards that are $1,000 or more, or cards that are or decks that are expensive, all that kind of stuff. PSA, seal, gem mint product. This video is not for you. It's going to trigger you. However, if you are okay with gem mint cards, high rarity cards, collections, if you're a collector, this video is going to be for you. I'm going to be discussing some important things that you will never hear again in your life. The reason for that is because a lot of people don't know. The other part is a lot of people tell you things because they're trending. It doesn't necessarily be the truth. If you know anything about my channel, I'm not emotional, and I don't say things of how I feel or my opinions in my channel. I've always said those are worthless because it's true. The only thing that matters is the facts. Now, if you don't like that, well, I guess I'm going to get a lot of hatred, right? But it is going to be important for you if you like the facts and you like to save money, because you might want to look at your collection and see what you have available. We're going to be looking at QCR cards in this video, so I'm going to be going through various cards. So back here, these are just filled with cards, but this one is sealed. You can see the plastic on it. I have three of them. So they were worth nothing, like $75 to $80. Somebody told me they got them for $65. I didn't get them at that price, so I did get them when they were like $75 to $80. I think I got three. Currently, they're $250 to $350. So I don't know what they're gonna top out at, but I do have three of those boxes. If anybody wants them later, we can discuss the price. But I kept some, and I have a few other boxes because I always want an LOB. I wish I had a first edition, but when I was younger, I didn't get it. So I'm bumping the table. So let's discuss the high rarity. We already have Dragoon sleeves, and then the Dark Mission Fusion sleeves. I have some more on the top, but I don't want to turn the camera over. But I'm gonna tell you some things really quickly. So I do have decks and binders and all kinds of stuff. I have giveaway binders, and if my channel can reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll open up the giveaways. So let's go through some of the cards. So you've heard what it said. Don't get a DDS, get the Adidas, and they're all expensive. Right now, PSA cards are popping. People can't afford them. Believe it or not, the Blue Eyes White Dragon PSA 8 and 9, they jumped all the way from 2,000. They're currently, whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter, just the reality. They're 25,000 to 30,000 now as I'm talking. They could go lower, they could go higher, I don't know. So if you didn't know, go check it out. Now you know. So this is the DDS you're supposed to be buying. So I got these for about $3 a copy. They're the DDS, but here's the serial number. There's three variants. Someone told me there's four, but that I know of, it's three. The other one's AXX something, and then there's another one, and then this is the second one, QCCU. So this is the copy you want to pick up because it's cheap. If you find it for $2, buy a playset, because that's what I did. You know, people saying Jay likes to lie. Well, so I was gonna order a second playset and give away one playset for free. Some people, I've known people, the collectors, they don't like one copy, they like a playset. There's other collectors that don't like a playset, they like three playsets. So it depends on each of the collectors. So for me, I just want one. I just picked them up because they were cheap. But this is the way to go. If you don't want to break your bank, I'll post up the price later on when I find it again. But I bought these, I think last year. They were $2 a card, so I bought three. And you're like, why don't you buy more? Well, I did buy more of different cards. Well, I'll be showing you on some other video. But this is the one you want to pick up. It's the DDS, same holographic. It's on the top too. Look at it. And let me see if I could get it to, what's it called? The center and clear up focus. So the whole card is holographic. It is the DDS. I own a DDS copy for people that already know. I own three. I sold two. I kept one. I'm going to convert all those cards into PSA because I believe they're going to be somewhere around 5,000 or more per card. So depending on the PSA. But this is it. This is the DDS you want. cheap. You can have 3. You can cut them with your scissors, throw them in the trash. They're super cheap and they're the same DDS foil. This is what you should be getting. So we're gonna move on from there, and this is the DDS version of the Dark Magician Girl. A very beautiful card. This is also $2 is what I got it for. And then the one that everyone wants. I don't want to buy the DDS, so I bought this one instead. This is the DDS Blue Eyes. It has the same holographic, just like the other ones. If you were here, the shine is so beautiful on it. It looks so cool. So $2 as well. So people are gonna be like, I don't care about those cards. That's fine. So the best thing to do, in my advice, is PSA it. So it's gonna cost you some money to PSA. If you have questions or concerns, if you're in Discord, or write me a message, I'll bring you to Discord, explain to you. Some people want you to send your cards to them and then they'll do it for you. They charge you. I don't want to do that because I have too much things to do, but I can tell you how to do it. And this card that you see here for $2, this is about $150 PSA 10. One of these has to hit PSA, and if it doesn't, I can buy. I ask people, are they packed fresh? They're like, yep, just pull them. Some people can send you videos when they pull them from their YouTube and they're packed fresh. So if you get a PSA in one of these, I think I'm gonna get like a 9 or 10 on one of them, and the card is worth somewhere around $150. You're like, that's not a lot of money. It's not, but for $2, it's a lot. You're gonna make $148 extra. Now, if you don't like that, then that's fine. But what if I could hit all 3? So I'm looking at a lot. I'm looking like a 400 and something off of $6. So that's how you create either a business or side hustle money. So now we're gonna move on to the other cards. So some of these are sealed, as you can see. So I'm gonna be unsealing them. You can buy the little bags. Just like $10 per bag, so I don't want to. So I just put them on Ziploc. So this is the first one. So this one's the QCR. This card for the longest time was like $9 to $10. No one wanted to pick it up. So currently the prices are all over the place. So if anything that you listen to the video, it's going to be this, because I'm gonna drop some information that you will never hear again for the rest of your life. Even famous YouTubers don't talk about it. I don't think people understand how it works. So I've sold in all kinds of online shops, so I know how it works. So the thing is, even though this card was like $9 to $10, no one cared about it. Now all of a sudden the card's 25 to 30, or it could reach 40 or more. So last I checked, it was 25 to 30. So it's not like a big jump, but the issue is the card was $9. So if it gets another $10, it's gonna be triple, then quadruple, then quintuple. This starts getting out of control. Once these cards reach 100, that's 9-10 fold the price. So that's when you make money out of it. Basically, all your Yu-Gi-Oh cards become free. You're like, why? Because it covers all your costs and it gives you extra. If you bought these cards for $9, so if you have a playset, that's gonna add up. And yeah, this card boomed out of nowhere. So this is the thing that's important. For example, this card was $9 forever. No one wanted it. Now it's 25 to 30 or more. People think like, crap, it's not the time to buy it. That's not necessarily true. So what happens in TCG Player and anywhere in the world, any online card, or just about anywhere in the world that exists, as long as it's in existence, cards are not actually that price. What happens is that's a listed price, which is a common price. But you can get a card, like for example, you could get this one for like $5. You're like, how do I get it? So people list it and they don't know what the cards are called priced. So they accidentally price the card by accident. And I'm gonna show you in a different card to prove my point. So even though it might be $20 to $30 above the market price, you can still get them cheaper, even cheaper than the original price. So stay tuned in the video and I'm going to explain to you how that works and I'll prove it to you. Okay, so then that's the price for that one. So I'm going to seal it up. I am going to speed up the video so that it's a lot faster than how you're seeing it originally. So this one is going to be, because I have all the cards on the side. So this one's going to be the one that explains to you how it works. Okay, so this card is considered the most ugliest of all of them. There's a fight between two famous YouTubers that are 100,000 subscribers or more, and my channel on the other one that I had like 250, something like that. This one just has like 80 something. There was a percentage and it hit. It was this one and the LOB, which I'm going to show you after this. So These are people voted for the ugliest and the worst cards. No one wants them even in their binder. The guy called Simply Lucky, his collection is like 200,000, which is not a lot compared to people that are in the millions or higher. So this card was like $8. People were trying to sell them to me for 6 and 7, and I was there at locals, and they're like, no thanks. No one wants it in their binder. Now the card ended up switching from 25 to about $40. Now let me explain to you what I said earlier so that you can see if I'm lying or not. If you go on YouTube, hopefully within the last hour or two, or maybe it's still within time, this card is $14. So that sounds like someone's lying, because they're like, wait a minute, if the card's $9 and it's 35 to 40, how come I found it for 13, 14 online? So let me explain it to you. Cards come in bulk, or they come in an inventory. Everything that exists in the world is an inventory. So there's not just one of one in the world. So there's more prints. So when the market floods, like cards at $9, people come and pick them up, especially the scalpers, right? So then those are the ones that are hated the most. So they take all the cards, and then there's no more. So then the market reestablishes the inventory. So when they get put on, they're double or triple the price, because the existing cards that were $9 are also sold out. The page is empty. So when they restock, the prices have doubled or triple, or some case 10 the price. So one of the guys that's putting the price on the cards is not aware of that. It's not aware that it was sold. So what he does is they post it, and they post it at the original price, like $9 to like $13. Like this card, if I'm not lying, go check on TCG Player. There's one for like $13. But then when you switch to all the other cards in the inventory, they're 25 to 35, even 40. So it's like, why is that? Because what's going to happen is this card is going to sell, and then when it sells, you have to buy the other cards, which is the normal market price. So you have to wait until someone doesn't know what they're doing, and then restocks and puts a price that they're living in a cave, and they didn't know that the card was worth expensive. One excellent example is, some of my closest friends know this. I bought the $700 Imseti QCR when they were that. The card was actually $800, so a lot of people don't know that. So I bought the card for $21. How did I do that? I just answered your question. People put it and they don't know the price. If they were savvy, they would put it for $700. So I got it for $700 cheaper. That card now is worth like $60, but the idea is you need to comprehend what I just said, because that's how I get my cards for cheap, or sometimes free. Because you could get 2 copies, sell one for the price that's big. It covers all your money back, and it gives you $20 extra. So you need to be smart. So you can find this card for $9, get it, or 13. They're 25 to 35. In some cases, they're already reached 40. But this is the card that nobody wants on their collection, so it's up to you. So I just gave you an answer, and like I said, if you think I'm lying, go on TCG Player. When I publish this right now, what time is it? I need to double check. Well, I can't tell, but it's somewhere in the afternoon, and yeah, so you can check it today, and you can see for yourself, and you're gonna see I'm not lying. Yes, the card is worth triple the price, but you're gonna find it for a fraction, because someone posted it not knowing. It's called ignorance. So then you'll benefit from it. So this card was $40 for a long time. I told several people, so several of my friends, to buy it. But this is also considered the most ugliest Dark Magician card ever. So people hate to have it in their binder. So they're like, I hate the card. I don't want it. It's the ugliest Dark Magician to ever exist. And the issue with that is that this card is actually now 130. So the joke is on the hatred of the people, the haters, because you bought it for 40 like me. So this card, during the time I bought it, was like 40 to 55. And nobody wanted this card because they're ugly. That's what at least they say. And it's true, because it's in my pull drive too. So I can admit that there's some evidence. It's factual. But now it's 130. So some people buy it for like 120. It's like, I saved $10. No, you don't. Because they charge you $5 for shipping, and then the taxes, you're at 130. So the thing about this card is this gem mint it's centered. I mean, just a little bit off on the top, I think. So it could be a PSA 9. I would hope to get a 10, but probably is a 9. And guess what? This card changes now to a 3 to 500 or even $700 card when you made it from 40. So do it on the calculator. You profit a lot. So yeah, that's another example. So if you go online and you see it for $40 or less, that's when you jump on it. That's impossible. Nothing's impossible. So someone's not gonna be knowing the card and they're gonna post it, and that's when you jump on it. Okay, so another card that bombed and no one cared about it is this one. So this is one of my favorites in QCR. The regular one, I don't really like it, but this QCR, I like it a lot. And I bought 2 copies. Now, the interesting thing about this card, it was 18 to 20, but it's one of those cards that people say it's one of the ugliest cards that they've ever seen in their life. So they hate to have it in their binder, but the joke is on them because it's 55 to 60 now. So in PSA, they're worth somewhere around $300 to $400 now. So when the card was like 18 bucks, so I'm gonna PSA most of all these cards that you saw right now. So if you have a playset of it or something, good for you, because you're gonna end up making somewhere around $150 to maybe $200 or more off the card. You get all your money back and you profit about $200 from your playset, because I think the card's gonna keep going up and up and up and up. It's gonna reach a point and then you're gonna want to sell it. If there never exists reprints of it, well, guess what? Your card's gonna retain the value and keep going up. So I really like this variant. I notice all the arts that I like is the one that everyone says that they're ugliest. But the funny part is all the arts I like are the most expensive versions. So that's good. That's satisfying to know. The other arts are the trashy ones that they have no value. So in the back, I got this one for cheap. It was like $35. Some guy didn't know what he had. You're gonna be like, that's impossible. Well, like I told you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's impossible. Things are possible. So this card, sometimes people are like, well, I tell them like, well, I can't play it on TCG. They're like, well, how much is it worth? I don't know. Look it up. They're like 35, and I picked it up. I brought it home. This one in the PSA 9 or 10, they're going for this one shifted a little bit lower, so it could be probably a PSA 9. They're still going for like $300 to $400 on the PSA form. So that's what the scalpers are doing right now. They're actually they're going for the PSA. Everything's switching over to PSA. So that's it. So if you see that card, go get it. And then the next one up here, another baggie. So this one, I have the PSA 10 in a stacks. So I have a stack of PSA. I'll show you all the PSA later. This one's one of the cheapest one. It was $35. And I told a lot of my close friends, I told them, pick them up. And nobody's like, I don't want to. And the issue with this would be, now they skyrocketed. So this one was 35, in some cases 30, and people were not able to sell it. It was at least, I don't know how long these been out for, but it has to be more than a year, like a year and a half or 2 years. And they're just sitting there catching dust. No one wants them. Well, I stopped by and I picked them up. And now they're 100 to 120 per copy of these. The PSA 10 are now hitting $400 to $500. That's what they are. So I got very lucky with these cards, and I'm happy that people don't care about the cards because I get to pick them up and I get to keep all the profit for myself. So I don't encourage people to pick them up because it's better for me. But my close friends, I tell them pick these cards up when they're cheap. So the PSA 8 and 7 for the longest were like $20, $18. And believe me, I see them. They're just sitting there. You can get people to buy them. Even if you give them to them for free, they're like, I don't want them. They don't want them, and you don't want to force people. So yeah. So we're going to open this box. I have a box here. And then we're going to be pulling out some cards from here. So I'm going to cover as much as I can because I have a binder full that you're going to see. I have the Blue Eyes. First edition American LOB. So that one's a lot of money now. So this one's, I believe this is the LDD. This is the LOB Spanish. So this one's a jet mint. I'm going to be PSAing it. So these cards were $20 for like a long time. No one likes them. They swear they're the ugliest, what's it called? The ugliest arts ever. And even if you give them to them for free, they won't accept them. So that's the thing about those cards. So what I recommend is I recommend that you end up buying them. This is the first edition, and now unfortunately they're 100 to 150. PSA they're reaching $700. So I am, like I said, I'm gonna PSA all these cards. So I'm gonna sleeve it, and then we're gonna look at the next one. Okay, so this is an interesting card. It's an interesting card here. This is the box. Here it is, the series for the 25th anniversary, which is the Battle of Chaos, first edition. This one tanked at 35, and they were just catching dust. Everyone said they're one of the ugliest. And for 35, no one picked it up. You're like, how can no one pick it up? Well, the collectors. I know, because I know at least 6 people that collect, and I told them none of them picked them up. Maybe they picked them up when they were expensive. They didn't pick them up when I told them. They were like $35. So I picked several copies of this card. Now, what ended up happening is the card blew up in price. And the PSA skyrocketed. The PSA is like $100 for 10 now, when in reality that card had tanked to about 130 for the PSA 10. No one wanted them. So if you have a copy, you might want to PSA it. So it's up now. It went like 10 to 20 times its price. You're like, how? What are you talking about? Yeah, yep. If a card's 100 or less, PSA 10, and now you're close to 1,000. That's a lot of increase. If you don't understand math, well then you're gonna suffer a lot. You're gonna get robbed. Okay, so this one is RPO1. There's 2 or 3, I believe, reprints of this card. So this one came from the, what's it called? I think it was that set. The retro. It was from the retro packs. So this one, I got the reprinted, the current one. I think there's 1 or 2 other than this. So this one you're gonna want to PSA it too. So these for the longest were like $3-4. No one picked them up. PSA it, man, because this card is gonna go up in value. It's probably 100 or more for the PSA 10. I haven't looked at this specifically currently, but this is in my stash because these are all the PSA cards that I'm gonna do. When I PSA my cards, I'll be nice enough and I'll show you guys the grades of all of them. If you don't want me to show you the PSA grades, then you can just leave in the comment section. I'll just stash them in my vault in the back. So this one is the STY first edition. So this is a Gent Mint card, and I am going to PSA the card. I'm gonna PSA it. And this card had crashed like in the 50 mark, and no one wanted to get it. No one wanted to get it. Actually, right here you saw it does have a scuff, and that's fine because the card I got it for like dirt cheap. It was like the guy sold it to me for $22 because the guy had the whole starter deck, but I have no idea why he was trying to charge me for the whole thing. It was like a lot, like $300-400 when it's actually like $3,000. But at the time, I didn't want to spend that much money, so I told him, just sell me the Dark Magician, and the guy sold it to me for like $22-23. This is what I picked it up for. So I am gonna PSA this card, even if it's an 8 or wherever. It's still worth a lot. It's gonna be a $1,000 card or more later, depending on the PSA that I get out of it. Okay, so I put that there, and then we're gonna keep going. Okay, so the next one is going to be LOB first edition Dark Magician. So this one is also Gent Mint. I'm gonna PSA it too. I think this one's gonna be worth more than 2,000. I think the card's gonna go up in price. This one, as you can see, it has a slight shift on the centering, but it's fine. Even if it's an 8 or 9, it's gonna be worth a lot. So this one I got for $80. It's in Gent Mint condition. Can't wait for that one to be in PSA. And then we're gonna look at the next one. And then this one's one of the sought-off cards. I've sold two before. They sell really good. So I do follow the DDS because a lot of people like them because they're the OGs. This one's in mint condition. So I am gonna end up PSAing this specific one. I'm gonna end up keeping it because I've sold a lot of other ones, but this one I want to keep it. It has emotional attachment to it because one of my best friends gave it to me. Well, he sold it to me. I think it was like $100. But when I PSA it, believe it or not, a 10 right now is 8 to 10,000. It's not a lot as it used to, but I think it will be. This one has a little bit of a shift on the top, I think. But even if it's an 8, this is a $2,000 card for sure. The cards are skyrocketing, like I said. And for people that don't believe it, like Jay's lying, that's not true. They're not. The thing about these cards here is I currently saw and I posted it on my pull drive, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna edit this video and I'm gonna stack the other one on top. There was one that was cut in half. The corners were missing. The back was all damaged. So in case you didn't know about PSA, when they're too damaged, you're not actually able. Honestly, it's called because a lot of people have no clue about PSA. They don't know anything about PSA, and I know a lot of information that people don't. I don't share it because that's how I make all my money. But sometimes I'm nice, which I shouldn't, because the information costs money. But the thing about these cards, they end up selling for a big price. And